Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for the weekend, August 26th and 27th, 2017. For your Saturday, high pressure dozing down from the northeast and is going to be settling over our area for this weekend. This is going to be a superb weekend here in our area with temperatures that are going to be generally in the 70s for most locations and lower humidity. And the high pressure is going to move a little bit further east on Sunday, which won't do much other than change the wind direction slightly from north to northeast, but other than that, it's going to be a mostly sunny, low humidity, beautiful weekend to be outdoors. Once we get into early next week, it's going to be a very similar start here on Monday. We'll call it partly cloudy, though, here on Monday. We have a system off to our south that we're going to have to watch very closely. We've talked about this in the last couple of videos. This is actually a wave that is currently over Florida. Invest 92L is the official name for it right now. This may become something that turns into a depression or maybe even tropical storm, Irma, which will be the next one in line. But this is going to have to be closely watched for development off the southeastern U.S. coastline, especially near the Carolina region. But why we're concerned with it isn't for a direct impact for a couple of reasons. One, the models are suggesting as this develops and moves off to the northeast, you could have some increase in clouds in association with this. So it does have it developing into a closed low out here off of the Carolina coast. Really not developing in too far, but this may be a tropical depression here at this point, or something maybe even subtropical. But you do have an increase in clouds with this. This is now Tuesday, so it's partly cloudy on Monday. Tuesday we could look for an increase in clouds. At the same time, this mess out here is a mid-level trough that's going to try to swing through. This is in part what's going to help keep this heading off in this direction and out to sea. So I don't think it's going to be a concern for coming up the coast, at least not right now. Nothing's really pointing to that unless you look at maybe like the Canadian model, which is not to be used for tropics. But other than that, we're looking at just partly to mostly cloudy, we'll call it here on Tuesday. Once we get into or get beyond this point, though, you can see this storm is going to consolidate east of the Carolinas, and it's going to continue to head eastward there. This mid-level trough is going to swing through our area here on Wednesday. Might be Tuesday night into early Wednesday, but you could have a shower as this swings through. But not a real big deal. We're just going to call this an isolated chance for a shower. You can see most of the activity is to our southwest. And then just an isolated shower across the region here during the day here on Wednesday. So we're going to allow for that possibility with that trough moving in. But then when we get to Thursday, that trough is going to be now down to our south. And so you have another one that's going to come in behind it. Here's another one coming in that's going to come in probably Thursday night or early Friday. So Thursday should be okay as far as precipitation is concerned. But when we get into Thursday night and maybe early Friday, you could get an early shower as this trough axis moves through. And that is it. We're not dealing with any remnant rains over the weekend, it looks like now, of Harvey. We're just going to continue to monitor that closely. This down here to your southwest is the remnants of Harvey. This is now looking at Friday evening. I want to show you this image of Harvey because this is pretty incredible. This is a forecast model that shows the landfall. If you're looking at this on Saturday morning, which most of you are, you're going to see that the system has already made landfall down here in the greater Corpus Christi area. But is going to be meandering and just sitting here and spinning for days and days and days. And this is a catastrophic situation for them down there, with some places getting feet of rain, many feet in some places. So with this system just sitting and spinning, I'm going to take you through a couple days here. Here's a look at during the day on Saturday and Sunday. See, it kind of does a little loop and goes to the southwest. May even reemerge over the ocean again. Into the Gulf of the Gulf of Mexico, not the ocean. By the time you get early next week, that's still up in the air whether that's going to do that or just remains over land. It just kind of rains itself out. If that's the case, you could have some additional strengthening if it goes back over the water. Maybe make a second landfall here near the same area where it made landfall the first time. And then it's going to slowly move, drift, or meander to the northeast. And this is now looking at Friday morning. Next Friday. So, and it's still sitting there over eastern Texas. There's absolutely no steering flow to get this thing out of here. So just a dangerous situation for them down there. And this is the start of Labor Day weekend. Now it finally gets up by Saturday evening. It does get up to southwestern Arkansas, right on the border of northeastern Texas and southwestern Arkansas, maybe southeastern Oklahoma at this point, but it still hasn't really moved much. So they finally dry out here at this point down here, these poor people. And then you get it a little bit further, and this thing just kind of rains itself out and dissipates. So if that's the case, very good news for us. We won't be dealing with remnant rains. Very bad news for them. So just keep those guys in your mind, keeping your thoughts and prayers if that's you're so inclined to do so, because they're definitely going to need all the support they can get down there, and hopefully the Federal Emergency Management Agency is on top of this time and can really help those people get their lives back together. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is our outlook for the weekend, August 26th and 27th, 2017. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.